Hello, this is Ron the Gunmaker Dude. I've got another safety check that I think everybody should perform on a 1911 auto pistols, because I see a lot of guns in cases at gun shops that have been worked on, and if the person who's worked on these isn't completely competent in that kind of work, you can create a serious problem with the functioning of a firearm, and especially the safety checks that need to be done. And you should always make sure that a gun works properly, and don't get any ammunition near the gun until you know that it's working properly. But like I said, I see many guns that fail one or more of these safety checks. Anyway, we'll get started with this. So this is an old surplus Argentine 1911 45 ACP. Not the prettiest gun I own, but it is one that it's been around quite a while. I've stuck it in the bluing tank a couple of times, and as you can see, I've mixed and matched a few custom parts to see if I like them on this gun, and so on and so forth. It shoots exceptionally well thanks to a Series 70 gold cup barrel that I put in it. Anyway, we'll get started on the safety checks. First thing you want to do is make sure that the chamber is empty. Look in there. Make sure that there's nothing in that chamber. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is a basic, does the safety catch work? So we're going to drop the hammer, apply the safety, apply full pressure. That extended length trigger is going to cut into my finger and make it uncomfortable when it's too much. Now, here's what's important. We just depress that trigger with the safety catch in place with no pressure on the safety catch. When you depress that trigger, the safety catch and the hammer should not move. If they move, something's wrong with the safety in the gun. I've seen many guns in the gun cases at gun shops. You cock the hammer, put the safety catch on, pull the trigger, the safety catch falls, and the hammer falls. Nothing should move. It shouldn't do it. Now, the next step, we've put the safety catch on, we've applied full pressure, probably 15-20 pounds. Now, we're going to release the safety catch with our finger off the trigger. Okay? Nothing should happen. The hammer shouldn't move. In the gun shop, I check the pull weight, both with a normal cocking and after I've applied the safety catch and finger pressure. But for you, just release this. It shouldn't happen. Okay? Now the pressure should not, the trigger pull shouldn't be lighter after this. So that's the first step. The next step, rack the slide, lock it back. Okay? Then release the slide stop. Now some people will tell you, oh, you shouldn't dry fire these, or you shouldn't let the slide close on an empty. Well, my feeling is if the hammer falls to half cock or to full cock when the slide falls on an empty, that is not a safe trigger job on that gun. Something is malfunctioning. The geometry's not been set up right. So drop that slide. Okay? Nothing should happen. The hammer should remain. If the hammer falls to, let's say, half cock like that, okay, or to full cock, something's wrong with that trigger. Okay, and you should pass on that gun. You should also bring it to the attention of the owner. But there's no excuse for a trigger job that lets where the hammer falls and follows the slide. If that geometry is correct, it won't happen. And there are certain fixtures that a competent gunsmith will use to make sure that doesn't happen, and he'll check these things. Excessively light trigger pulls, under 5 pounds, usually fine. This gun is 4 pounds 10, and I really like it, and it's nice and crisp. An over-travel adjustable trigger will help it feel much better, but check those things. Make sure that safety works. If it doesn't work, okay, if you cock the hammer and you put that safety on and you pull that trigger and either the safety or the hammer move, okay, there's a problem there. If when you release that safety, I've seen guns that it appeared to do nothing with the safety up in place with pressure applied to the trigger, but when you released the safety, the hammer fell. Okay. The next thing to check, and the last thing that you can do without a trigger pull scale and a few other things like that, is make sure that the grip safety is still working. Now, if you target shooters will say, oh, we got to get rid of that grip safety, hey, that's fine. But I never recommend this on a gun that might be used to shoot at people, you know, for a defense weapon. The problem with that is that once the police confiscate that gun, it's out of your hands. If the prosecuting attorney finds that you have released or disabled a safety device on that gun, you're in big trouble. There's no way around it. You'll see a lot of liability there. So just make sure that the hammer's cocked, safety's down, trigger's pulled, nothing happens, and all you got to do to test to see that that is actually the grip safety is just put your thumb right here, and now it'll work. Okay? So that just about wraps up the things you can do without any special tools. Look for more of my videos. Thanks for watching.